Many people are looking for the refined, polished concrete look, but grinding and polishing the concrete the traditional way just isn't possible. So we're going to show you how you can achieve something very similar to a polished concrete slab by using our Designer Metallic Epoxy. We put this floor down with our silver metallic epoxy. We added some modeling to it with an alcohol technique, and we finished it off with our high wear satin urethane. And you can see that it left us with a beautiful, beautiful finish. We're going to show you how this was done. So we did all of our prep, we have the floor primed, and now we're ready to start mixing up our metallic epoxy. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up our A, and we're going to mix our pigments in the A part. So it's simply just a matter of pouring it into our mixing container. All right, so that's mixed, and now we're ready to apply it onto the floor. All right, so now that we have our product mixed, we're going to pour it out onto the floor, and again, we're still going to do the ribbons. Even though this is just one color application on this floor, we're still going to pour out some ribbons. Very simply here, we're going to take this silver metallic epoxy. We're going to start moving it around. I'm going to get it close to the edge, but I'm not worried about getting it exactly to the edge. That's what we're going to use this small 4-inch roller for. All right, now what I've done here is I've left a little puddle of product there purposely because I'm ready now to start rolling the epoxy. So these roller covers, whether it be the 4-inch or the 18-inch, they really soak up a lot of product. So I leave a little puddle for myself to get my roller just really, really saturated before I start to roll. And then I can come in here like this and then start moving it right up to the wall. And any little puddles that I have close to the wall, well, that's the material that I'm going to use. I'm going to do the same thing with my 18-inch roller. I'm just going to kind of roll it in this puddle here. I'm going to get it super, super saturated with product, just like that. And now I'm ready to start rolling the rest of the floor here. So we really do recommend using these 18-inch rollers. It's just so much easier and so much faster to install the epoxy. It puts it on just real even and just makes the job go that much quicker. Okay, so there's our initial roll, and the roller marks are very obvious in the floor, and we would expect that. Those will go away once we finish rolling the floor. So they'll stick around probably for 10 to 15 minutes, so don't be alarmed if you see that. Every time we roll the floor, we're turning up the pigment, and so therefore you're going to see the roller marks. So don't be alarmed by that. All right, so this is our silver floor, and we're trying to mimic the look of a really nice, fine, refined, polished concrete floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of a design element to the overall look here by spraying some denatured alcohol on the floor. It's going to give some more variation, a little bit more of a modeled look, like it's a really nice polished surface when we're done. So the way we do that is we take some denatured alcohol that's in a spray bottle like this, and we simply just start misting it out onto the floor. Actually, not quite a mist at this point. We're actually looking for some larger droplets out on the floor. And so you see, as soon as it hits, it creates a little pattern in the concrete as some of the pigment starts to separate out. And I'll just work my way off the floor. We'll let this settle in and we'll come back tomorrow and we'll be able to show you the finished result of our design that we created with the alcohol, and it'll be time for us to put on our high wear urethane. All right, so we're back at our floor here. You can see how beautiful this silver metallic epoxy turned out, and really just a nice added design feature by doing the alcohol technique on this floor. So we're trying to mimic the look of really high-end polished concrete here with this look, and we've used our silver Designer Metallic Epoxy to do that. Now it's time to put on our high wear urethane, and we're going to do it in a full satin finish. It's the most durable finish that we have. It's the most durable finish that you can install, and it's actually going to give us just the right luster that we're looking for on this floor. It's going to take away that really high gloss, but it's going to give us a very, very beautiful, warm, rich looking sheen across the floor. So we've already gone ahead and mixed up our high wear urethane. Now we have a whole nother video that we'll put down in the description that you can see of actually how to mix up the high wear urethane. We've already got it ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to stir it up just for a couple seconds here, just so that aluminum oxide that settled in the bottom can get suspended again in the material. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pour some into my application tray. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to do a section of maybe like 4 feet by 4 feet or 5 feet by 5 feet. I'm going to get the material in place here, and then we'll roll it a number of times to even it all out. And because this is not a self-leveling product like the epoxy, it's not going down thick like the epoxy did. This is a very, very thin mill coating. We're going down at about 3 to 4 mils here on the floor. You're going to hear that tackiness, that stickiness of the roller. That's exactly what you want to hear. We are not putting this down to level out the floor. We're not using the thought process that if we put down a nice thick coat of this high wear urethane that it's better. The opposite is actually true. We're going down thin because that's going to give us the most durability out of this product. So we're maintaining that 500 square feet or so coverage rate. So I'm going to roll this back this way. This high wear urethane in the full satin finish, it just gives a beautiful, beautiful sheen to the floor. You can see the difference where we have just raw epoxy here. It's much glossier. Then we go into this full satin finish, but it's just such a warm, rich looking finish. And on top of that, it is so durable, so scratch resistant. It's designed for high wear surfaces, your retail stores, your high traffic areas, your garage floors. Very chemical resistant and super, super durable. All right, so I think you get the idea. I think that we're going down really thin. We're applying it at about 500 square feet per kit. We're overlapping sections. We're not scared to over-roll the product. If we need to get up in it, we can put our spike shoes on and roll it, but we're going section by section. We're blending them all together. We're using our 18-inch roller, and it's producing this really beautiful, beautiful satin finish. I'm going to go ahead and finish out the floor. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll show you the final result. So we set out to create a surface that would have the look of really polished and refined and honed concrete, and I think we're able to achieve that look using our silver Designer Metallic Epoxy. Now this is just one color. We took the alcohol and we created a little bit more modeling on the floor as you would see if it was a hard troweled slab of concrete, And then when we put that satin finish high wear urethane on top, it really just finished off the whole look of this floor, giving us just this rich luster across the floor, while at the same time adding that super high durability. So this is just one way that you can use our Designer Metallic Epoxy systems. And again, just one color gives you this awesome look. You can find this kit as well as any others, including our countertop kits, on our website at www.epoxyplus.com. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us there as well. And if you have any questions or comments, you can also leave them down below. And we thank you for watching.